Hey everybody, James Masonauts here. I'm working out solo today. I'm the guys, meaning Rogue Nation and Rice Crispy, they're still napping a little early in the morning. And we're at Georgia Tech Police Department. That's where we're at right now. Thing there. They got a little bike rack place where you can come in and get some air, pump up your tire, tools, and that's under the fix it there. Looks like they're doing a generator test. They probably run that once a month. It's going to be loud for a little bit. Good, how you doing?
Oh, well, can I help you?
No, I was just taking a look at your back parking lot here and see what you got going on.
You just videoing?
Yeah.
You videoing?
Yep.
Are you affiliated with Georgia Tech?
Am I?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna come in here and I have to do get some stuff in here with a complaint form and a public records request. So I figured while I'm here, I'm just gonna stop this. So I do have some business here.
Okay, that's fine with that.
Yeah.
You know, it's a free world. You can record what you want.
I like it. What's your name, sir?
Right. Officer Blair.
Blair, thank you, sir.
You know, just want to make sure that, you know, is there anything that we can do for you?
Okay.
You said you're going inside?
Yeah, I gotta get in there. I just saw it here. I want to. Yeah, I just want to see if I see the truck that was, or the SUV that was that I got a question about. So,
Okay.
How about a ride along? Can I do that?
That's something you can inquire inside. That's not a decision that I can make.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, thank you. How you doing? That's going to be parking, it looks like. Yeah, parking enforcement. Let's see. Can we get in here? And here we go. We're going down here. What? Wearing a face covering is required. That's what you have to do. Remove your glasses. Please check temps. Stand on blue line. Look for small black box. Wait for the temp rating. If the temp rating is outside, go outside. Contact supervisor. That must be for the police department people. You guys want to go in there? If that's for me, I don't know. Let's see. All right, stand on the blue line. All right, you can see me. 97.2. I guess I'm good. I just got tracked. So that's a Seek thermal. I mean, that's pretty interesting. So that's gonna be the rest of the place there.
Are you waiting for something?
No.
Okay.
Just. So yeah, it looks like everybody that comes in gets checked. They make sure they're no fever or anything like that. Go outside, contact supervisor if you exceed the threshold. That chime you heard was a positive chime. Nice lady there. Probably she doesn't have to enforce laws. Uh-oh, human trafficking notice. How you doing? Yeah, do you have complaint forms out here for an officer? Yeah. Oh, let me check.
If not, I will.
Looks like all just the request forms.
Okay.
Oh, here we go. Oh, that's a statement form. That works too, right?
Hello.
Hi, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Great.
My name is Lieutenant Lockett. There was an officer up back that said that you wanted to file a complaint.
I just need a complaint form.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you want to write out a complaint, or do you want to give me a statement?
Just a form that I can take with me and gather my thoughts and put it together and do all that, if that's okay.
Yeah, that's no problem.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, she didn't have one. She didn't have one. She was going to call a supervisor.
I can get you a complaint, bro.
All right, perfect.
So you can either email it back in, bring it back in person, or anything.
All right, thank you. That'd be awesome. I just want to know, Lieutenant's there?
Yeah, you can hang tight right there. Well, you can come up to.
I figured so, because it's not restricted back here.
Okay, no problem.
Almost. All right, we're gonna get this complaint form. We'll be right back.
Yeah, he's right here inside the lobby.
Man, I'm all kinds about radio traffic today, aren't I?
He said, "What you're
Yeah, I'm all on the radio today. It's
Well,
back
you
in-
know, I guess somebody saw you filming out the back or whatever, and
Yeah.
so it was just, I guess somebody wanted to know what was going on. So it's not a big deal.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That's it.
That's the complaint form. And just for was it something that just happened, or is it something that happened?
I don't want to go about it. That's why I'm trying to gather the thoughts. I appreciate it. But
Yeah, no worries.
do you have a lot of problems with officers here?
No, not at
I was
all.
gonna say, you're nice. You came out, introduce yourself. Most of the officers are like, hey, what can I do for you? That's it. And it's like, I was like, wow, it's such a weird non-community policing type of a.
Right. No, and we do kind of pride ourselves in community policing here. So
Okay.
I do apologize for
No, that's all right.
Whatever interaction that you had that was less than desirable.
Right.
And as you're as a citizen, you have the right to make us aware of any issues that we have, so
Yeah.
we can make our community better.
How do you feel about investigating yourself? Like, for instance, if my wife at home gets a complaint from a friend of mine that says I was rude, and my wife says, hey, Sherry just said that you're really rude to her today. How does the investigating yourself work? Is it usually biased, unbiased?
I guess in order to answer your question, I can explain how the complaint process works.
Yeah.
Okay. So if the citizen makes a complaint, depending on the nature of the complaint, it can go one of two ways. Okay. It could go directly to our internal affairs, who is separate from the patrol division. The internal affairs lieutenant, he works only with the chief, so he's not even involved in the supervision of any of the officers. So he has no really sort of personal relationship with any of that. So it could go directly to him depending on the nature of the complaint, or it could come to the supervisors on the shift. They gather all the information as far as the citizen statement. They'll speak with the officer, get the officer statement. They'll review all available evidence as far as body camera recordings of the incident if there are available. Documentation as far as 911 call. If a call came in or anything like that.
All the facts, evidence there.
So they'll gather all that. They'll come up with an investigative summary, basically what they observed, what they believe happened, and what their recommendation would be. Whether that be, it's a sustained complaint, what happened was valid, and
Unfounded,
there should be, so there's unfounded, sustained, or there's, I can't think of the technical term, but basically neither unfounded or sustained. We can't really prove either way that it happened or it didn't happen.
Like an undetermined. Okay.
And then even in that, sometimes, a lot of times what we'll find is, if we can't say your complaint is that somebody was rude, right? And you make your statement, the officer makes their statement, but however, the officer was not recording during their interaction, right? So we might not be able to make a determination whether or not it happened, because what we're faced with is a he said, she said at this point.
Right.
But if the officer was not recording, and they should have been, right? That's a violation of policy. So then there would still be further disciplinary action based on that.
So a real quick question on that. Like, for instance, if there was an egregious, is that the right word? Egregious violation. And I can't even get a copy of that body camera footage anyway, right? You guys don't release that stuff?
It's open records. It depends if it's something egregious, and it's going to be, while things are open as far as investigations, then it's not. But as soon as it's closed or whatever, you
guys might be able to.
Then it'll get released.
Yeah, very cool.
So, and then, once the supervisor, so I'm the lieutenant, so my sergeants would normally be in charge of investigations unless it was involving one of them. So if they were out on the scene or something like that, then it would be me.
Yes.
So my sergeant would do the investigation. They would forward it to me. I would review it. I would either concur with their recommendation, or I'd say hey, no, we need to maybe look at this a little bit further.
Sure.
Once I come up with my recommendation, it goes to my captain, who's my boss, goes to the deputy chief, and the deputy chief makes the final call about,
and that's what I was asking about, the bias there. Like, when I was in law enforcement, the officers that worked there, all the way up to the captains and even sometimes the chief, they'd all hang out. They'd all do that. So that's what I mean about unbiased. It's kind of hard. I wonder if anybody's ever going to do an independent review board that's non-law enforcement, that's people.
Well, and I mean, this is, I guess, totally off topic. I did, I finished my master's a couple years ago from Georgia State in Criminal Justice Administration. And I did a lot of research on like civilian citizen review boards and stuff like that, where, you know, a lot of major cities and stuff like that do actually, all the complaints and stuff like that go to a civilian board that has nothing to do with law enforcement and stuff like that, you know. And that's not the process we have set up here right now.
Yep.
You know, with reform and criminal justice and stuff like that, you know, that might be something that we're working towards.
Right.
I know we're working towards getting some of like the students and the staff members on board with our hiring processes and stuff
awesome.
like that, and sitting in on our interviews. So, you know, whether that's something that's going to happen down the line,
Sure.
I don't know. But right now, that's not part of our process.
And you, with your master's and probably thesis you had to write and do all that, you probably have some good backbone to be like, hey, this is probably what we need, and change out those bars for from some stars. Yeah, I see it coming. I see it
I don't
coming.
know about all that.
I
but,
see it. They say that, but then when it comes down to it, you said that when you were probably on the road, and then you're like, nah, I'm not going to be a supervisor. Nah, I'm not going to be a lieutenant.
How you doing, sir?
No,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be admin. It's different. At will
Yeah, I
employees.
get moved around a lot, so I've done
Yeah.
a little bit of everything here.
Okay.
And
I think
you know-
I think you've explained it. I you know, I checked the interview room. It looked like it was a public. My temperature checked good because I knew I was going to be in here. So that's pretty neat that you guys are checking everybody. That's probably for
and
employees.
Well, it's for everybody. Like even, you know,
Interview
people that
stuff.
come and clean the building, or if we have our investigators that need to come and talk
That's
to anybody, you know, just to protect ourselves, because we have had a couple employees that
Hit
tested
positive?
positive and stuff like that. You know, that's a whole nother, you know, with contact tracing and stuff like that. You know, we're essential employees. We have to be here at work, so
Yeah,
we
absolutely.
can't have the whole shift going down.
Well,
so.
it's LT. I had an expensive conversation with you. I don't hold you up anymore,
No,
so
you're fine.
I appreciate it.
So
I'll look
with
into
that,
this.
you can either bring it back in here. If you need more space, you know, you can always just do it on a regular sheet
Probably
of
make a
paper.
photocopy
score
or
it
something.
back. And so you can either bring it back in here. You can email it to. Let me get you the email.
Don't worry about it. I just
Okay.
want to see how readily available these are.
Uh-huh.
That's what it is. Just making sure, just like citizen review boards, just making sure these are easy. And then you pass with an A+. The whole department did, so it's pretty nice. It's nice to be able to do that. The officer out there, he was good. He was quick. He's like G.I. Joe to me. I walk around the
Well,
corner.
that's
He's
our
like,
canine guy. So he's always looking for kind of suspicious stuff. As far
Yeah.
they do EOD only, the
Yeah.
canines. So you know they're always kind of like.
hey, he's
looking
good. That
for-
wasn't his canine in the back of the car, was it? It was there was a.
No, he wasn't in his canine vehicle. So we have some.
Was he doing CI or something like that?
No, so we have some, you know, we have a couple of testing sites open on campus for surveillance testing for the
Oh, cool.
students and faculty and staff as well. So we have some temp employees that are helping out with that. And so
Nice.
they don't have to pay for parking. They allow them to park here at the police
And then get a
department,
ride
but they
over.
need rides over. So
I
he's
thought it
on
was a
that
CI
detail.
informer. It typically looked like that. I was like,
No, he's giving them a ride over to the stadium so they don't have to walk.
All right.
You know, walk a mile. So that's what he was up to. That's why he wasn't in his normal police car. But yeah, that's probably why I sniffed you out so quick.
yeah, he's
Like,
pretty
what
quick.
is- what's
That's
going on?
it. So, but everything's been cool. I appreciate it. Thanks for the time. And like I was saying, this is just to check, make sure it's readily available, and it worked out good. So I should be able to send an email in. Some of the viewers might do it as well. So we'll shoot an email, and they like good interactions. So not a lot of times we get them because it's really rough, especially with a camera. It's very fearful for some reason. So I don't know why, but in a lot of apartments, it's
Well,
very.
I'm sorry. What did you, I feel traffic was going on.
Yeah.
So I didn't.
No, I was saying a lot of the times when you come in with a camera, the officers are very fearful for some
I
reason.
mean, I don't know why, because, I mean, I don't have it,
But normally,
lieutenant
yeah.
yet, but, you know, they record all the time anyway.
Yeah, it's
so it's
crazy.
like it's already being recorded,
It's
so what
it.
is there to be afraid of? Because
I
you're
don't-
recording, it doesn't really matter. So.
Exactly. It's America. All right, thank you.
All right, no
See ya.
problem.
Have a good day.
one.
Well, Georgia Tech right there. That's it right here. Thank you guys for watching this. It is a long one. We're out on the scooter here. I got to go pick up the car, get it charged back up, and send them a note. Tell them thank you. She was absolutely nice. See you guys again soon.